And we move on to Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
And we are still in Toronto, Ontario. And our walkers are the Bloodline. And I'm surprised Fatu made it across the border because he's got a record.
Yeah, he is a hardened criminal. They mentioned it too. Oh, we had to pull some strings to get him into the country or whatever.
So Triple H has deep pockets.
Pretty much.
Our other walkers are Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Trish fucking Stratus, Seth Rollins. Rollins played with a yo-yo, making me hate him even more. And the Judgment Day. I gotta say, Dominic is looking more and more like a sex offender with each passing week.
Yeah, that's what he's going for, I guess.
Okay. He's succeeding. And then we had the worst opening package I've seen for quite some time. I hate the 50s Dick Tracy aesthetic that they're doing. And then the stupid rap song made it worse. And then having the 50s Dick Tracy aesthetic dance to the fucking rap song just made me want to slip my wrists.
I think the kids call it hitting the giddy. Sorry you had to hear that.
Me too.
Like, how uncool. Well, probably the end of that word.
I hope so. The men's Money in the Bank kicks off the show. And our contestants are in this order. Jey Uso, El Idiot, LA Knight, Chad Gable, Carmelo Anthony, and Drew McIntyre. Now, I thought Chad Gable German suplexing everybody was awesome. He also had a spot where he hung from the briefcase hook and fell flat on his face and then ate a spear. The face plant was bad enough, quite frankly.
You know, I have thought that Jay was going to, like, spear him from the ground. Because he was looking up like he was about to just, like, run and jump up there. I'm like, there's no way.
What I thought was going to happen is he was going to fall, and then, like, as he fell, he was going to spear him.
Yeah, that would have been hard, too. But no, he just let him fall.
Yeah. That was probably the original plan. And then he was like, no, never mind. So it looks like Jay's about to win, and then McIntyre throws a fucking ladder at Jey Uso like it's a javelin, and it knocks him off the ladder, of course. And then McIntyre claymores Uso out of the ring, and McIntyre won. And it was an obvious choice, and we should have fucking ran with it.
Yeah, we got it in our own way.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, there were some good spots from everybody. Some big spots, like Andrade hit that sunset flip powerbomb thing on Mello on the ladder bridge. Thought that was a good spot. One thing I did want to note, though, the match, and turns out it was like the whole night's sponsor, was The Boys, which is a show on Prime. So we're on Peacock, and Prime is advertising. I just thought that was funny, that another channel is advertising on the pay-per-view. And then we're going to be moving to Netflix, so we got like all the streaming services.
Well, after that, we have Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. And Breaker has new theme music. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't either.
I wish it had more testosterone. The vocals.
It seems like it was, I don't know, thrash metal, or, you know, there's a lot of screaming.
I think it's, I don't know.
But I didn't like hear it good, so.
It seemed like that 2000s new metal where they sing scream.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah. I need to marinate with it for a while before I determine whether or not I like it. Breaker did a perfect top rope Frankensteiner. He must have ignored his uncle this week. And I don't know. As far as the match goes, I thought it was pretty basic. I was hella surprised when Sammy won with the hell of a kick.
Yes, I was surprised too. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think Breaker should have lost.
No, not
clean.
This early.
He lost clean as a whistle. There was no...
Sure did.
Like, the only thing is when he did the clothesline over the announce table, he got back in, he was selling a knee injury, which is...
It still would have been clean,
where
though.
The match turned. But, yeah, he tweaked his knee. That was, like, the only thing that you could say. It was like, oh, he was fighting one-legged. But no, he did the gorilla press slam thing after that, so... Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he got kicked in the face, and then he got hell of a kicked.
Yeah, he went for a spear. Sammy countered with a knee or a kick, and then followed up with the haluva kick. Breaker, clean as day, loses or at Money in the Bank
to Sami Zayn. The champion that's been laying almost every week since he's unfortunately beat Gunther. Makes no sense.
Yeah, and I don't know where we go after this. A lot of people, oh, the internet, how they are. Oh, Breaker's buried now. It's like, no, he's
He's
not
not
buried.
buried.
Like, you guys are way overusing that term. It's just a setback.
I would say it's a confusing loss, but I mean, Sammy is a champion. And unfortunately, he is one of the top guys.
Yeah.
So it's not like he lost to Ricochet.
Yeah, that would have been. We don't want to have
Embarrassing.
that. Yeah, it's his first loss. He lost to a champion. He lost on a pay per view.
He lost to a top guy.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
The Bad Blood is coming back. It's a pay-per-view, and it's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep, they did. I'm laughing because I'm about to show you how out of touch I am. They did a little promo with Cody and some dude. And I guess there's like a running story here going on. They're doing some stakeout, and he's like, "Why are we in this car? Don't you have a tour bus?" And Cody's like, "Don't you have a tour bus?" These new rappers, they just show up every week.
Yeah.
Let me hear a song, and then I can get behind him or not. But I didn't even know his name, so it's going to be hard to go find his song when I don't know who it is.
Well, after that, they pimped the behind the curtain thing. And the only thing I gather from that is The Rock is full of shit.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. It's full of shit. Trish Stratus had a segment. She's useless. Then Cena came out. He officially announced that WrestleMania 41 will be his last, and he wants us to watch the stupid press conference to get his true thoughts or something.
Well, so he said he was going to go more into it during the press conference.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, obviously, but now there's some people who say the press conference is, he said that he's going to wrestle all of 2025, and next year at Money in the Bank would be his last match. Now, that's what they said at the press conference. Again, I can't confirm or deny that. I was waiting for the clips to start showing up, but they didn't. The clippers didn't be clipping this time. So, waiting for that. So, we'll have more information on that, I guess.
It's an end of an era, though.
It is. There's only like Sheamus and Randy Orton left from like the Attitude Era. And I'm sorry, not the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. But it gets us thinking, should John Cena go for number 17 in this final year? Like, maybe that's the last story is like, can he get to 17?
Against who?
I don't know.
I mean, is he going to wrestle Cody?
That would be the other question is who's his final match? Cody would be good. CM Punk would be good if the last match is at Money in the Bank, because then there would be callback to CM Punk's biggest moment.
Right.
Let's be real, his biggest moment. That would be a callback there. It could be Randy Orton because they've had a lifelong feud back in the Ruthless Aggression era. So that would be my three: Cody, Randy Orton, CM Punk. Or he can use it to put someone over. The last two times he's tried that, it didn't work out so well. Solo and Theory.
Well, that's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault, but he can use that to build someone's career. Like, I retired John Cena. Like, that's my notch.
Yeah.
Who that is, I don't know.
Jacob Fatu. Or Gunther.
Gunther would be good.
You know what? Cena could be going for 17.
And he's got to topple the Gunther mountain.
And he doesn't.
There you go. Book the story. Cena's chasing number 17. We're going to Money in the Bank, and he has to face Gunther. Obviously, Gunther, being the Ring General, is going to be his hardest wrestling match of all.
They could even do like the little vignettes, like do the Rocky Four where Cena's training in like the fucking snow and shit. And Gunther's, doing his training. And you think, like, well, there's no way Cena's going to.
Well, then the question is, does he get to...
No.
He can't get to 17. I don't know. I might want to see him get to 17.
But about 17?
Yeah. Who's going to break the record? Because seemingly they want that spot reserved for Charlotte Flair. But if Cena does it, then she can get to 18. That's here nor there, because 17 is broken. And I don't know. A lot of people would say John Cena is like the greatest performer.
Well, then a lot of people are stupid.
I mean, he carried a decade.
No, he was the face of a decade. He didn't carry shit.
There was a lot of moments that if it's not John Cena, it doesn't have the same effect. I didn't appreciate him at the time, but going back over it, I recognize like RVD One Night Stand. That John Cena has to be in that spot. CM Punk Money in the Bank. It's got to be John Cena. Like you can't sub anybody else out and have the same effect. I guess that's the only two I can think of right now. But those are good ones. Give me that one. Those are good ones. I mean, One Night Stand might be the best John Cena moment.
Maybe. I don't know. I like the one where Kane made him rise above hate or whatever the fuck he was trying to do. And then Cena made that really evil face to end that Raw. He was shaking and his eyes were rolling in the back of his head.
Oh, yeah. And there was that moment where, he pretty much led Zack Ryder to getting thrown off the stage and cucked him.
Yep.
That was a good moment.
There's a moment where he proposed to Nikki Bella. And they never got.
And that stupid bitch. She just didn't know her place.
Nope.
Yeah, was he strict? Probably. I have a stupid contract and all that, but you just need to fall in line, you stupid.
Just keep the gym clothes in the separate laundry basket. That's all you have to fucking do.
Yeah. What's she having opinions for anyway?
Right. You're Nikki Bella.
You stupid woman. Anyway. Interesting stuff. Let us know what you think in the comments. Who should John Cena's final opponent be? And should he get to 17? There you go.
Well, moving on, we have Rollins versus Priest for the World Heavyweight title. And I thought Priest looked silly with the cape. And both men were distracted by a potential McIntyre cash-in for the entire match. For some reason, it seemed like they piped in Undertaker crowd chants.
No, the crowd was chanting it. For some
Were
reason.
they?
Yes.
Okay. When I looked, it didn't look like the crowd was moving at all.
I don't know. They were making noise, but they weren't standing. I should also note that literally every match got a "This is awesome" chant at some point.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid. Priest was wrestling like Undertaker, at least at the beginning. So, I mean, the chants were valid, piped in or not.
I mean, Canada, maybe they're a smart crowd. I don't think that many people know about the Buy Undertaker thing.
Everybody
But
does.
I thought when I heard it, I thought that's what they were trying to do. It was like Buy Undertaker, but then they were just saying Undertaker. I don't know. I don't know what the Undertaker thing was. Maybe the Canadians can explain themselves on that one.
Priest kicked out of a curb stomp. Rollins did a Falcon Arrow and clearly pinned Priest, but the ref said it was 2 for some reason. I don't know what the fuck that was all about.
That's what we call in the business a botch.
Sure was. Priest just didn't even move, though.
He didn't.
He didn't even move after the 3.
He didn't.
He was looking at the referee,
at
too. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. And it's not like Rollins had him in some weird, complicated pin.
Well, apparently some people saw that Priest just flat out told the ref I fucked up. So the ref was, because
so
the ref
just
was checking
stopped.
on him.
God.
No, the ref was checking on him because he didn't kick out at all. So the ref's checking on him and he just told the ref, I fucked up.
You fucked up.
Because he didn't kick out at all.
He was looking at him. Whatever.
I will say,
Terrible
though,
champion.
I will say credit to Seth Rollins. Because as soon as it happened, he played right into it. Like, what happened? Why'd you stop?
Well, what else is he going to do?
I don't know, freeze.
He'd look like an...
Like, I don't know what to do now. But yeah, he played right into it, like, immediately.
Yeah. That's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, you look like an idiot.
Yeah, he was the only one in the ring that didn't look like an idiot. Priest looked like an idiot.
He looked like
kicking out.
Major idiot.
The ref for not counting it.
He looked like a useless sack of shit. Just fucking laying there. Just with his eyes open. Fucking God.
It almost reminded me of that retro review where I think it was Sold Out. Nick Patrick was counting and the guy didn't even get his shoulder up at all and he stopped. But he was a crooked ref at the point.
That sounds right, where he wrestled the Giant. He hooked Hogan's leg.
Oh, yeah, that was
like, it. Like, no, he kicked out. And Hogan was motionless the entire time.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. And then I was thinking, well, maybe that could be a thing. Like maybe the ref is crooked.
Yeah, but Hogan would have had to have his eyes wide open staring at the referee.
True. I'm just saying if they wanted to clean it up, they can go that route.
Yeah. Well, McIntyre came out to cash in, and for some reason it's now a triple threat match. So can you explain that to me?
Because he cashed in.
When the fuck has that ever led to a different type of match?
Because he cashed in during the match. That's happened before. As a matter of fact, when Seth Rollins cashed in on
Right, a cash in during the match happens. That means you sneak attack whoever the fucking champion is, pin them, and run away. That's the cash in. I have never seen somebody cash in and then they go, oh, well, now it's a triple threat match.
Yes, they did. Seth Rollins did it at WrestleMania. The heist of the century. It became a triple threat match.
No, no, they wrestled a triple threat match at one point, but when he cashed in on, I think it was on Lesnar, and he fucked Roman.
Yeah, he cashed in and it made it a triple threat match.
No. They had a triple threat match later. It wasn't a triple threat match at the time. He curb stomped Brock and he fucking celebrated and Roman cried.
It didn't turn into a one-on-one match at that point. It was still
a one-on-one match. Rollins cashed in, he curb stomped Brock Lesnar, he pinned him and he left. He interrupted the match and cashed in. They didn't fucking say it was a fucking triple threat match between the three men. Rollins cashed in his goddamn briefcase, his fucking contract, and he left.
Roman could have still won.
They have never fucking made it a triple threat match. They have never made it there's three other men, now it's a fucking four-way. Oh, there's 30 other men, now it's a Royal Rumble.
Well, maybe Drew McIntyre said that he wanted it to
no, he didn't say. He said he's fucking cashing in.
He had a haircut. There's another thing.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know why I noticed that, but I did.
A little light in the loafers.
I didn't say it was good or not. I just said he had a haircut.
You noticed, though. That's all that matters.
Oh, you cut your hair.
So, yeah, I don't understand why it's a triple threat match. Whatever. I also don't understand why McIntyre was cashing in. He was just targeting Rollins instead of Priest, the fucking champion.
Well, that's what you're doing, a triple threat match.
It wasn't a triple goddamn threat match.
It didn't matter who you pinned at that point.
No sense. No fucking sense. They just make up the goddamn rules as they go along. Rollins gets all of McIntyre's moves. McIntyre gets the best of Priest. And then CM Punk comes out of nowhere, takes out McIntyre with a chair, then the title belt. CM Punk applauds while Priest hit McIntyre with a choke slam.
Yeah, the South of Heaven.
And then Priest looks at Punk like, fuck, now they're just going to say that I won because of you.
Yeah, Priest wasn't happy. I couldn't tell if it was, he was upset because of the botch or because he got help.
Well, at that moment, he was looking directly at Punk, so
he got over it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. That's what they do. They don't think about the shit that they fuck up. They just move on to the next part of their script.
Well, that's what being a professional does for you.
No, that's what being a trained monkey does for you. So after the match, for some reason, Rollins is pissed off at Punk, even though Rollins was taken out by McIntyre. I don't know.
Because there's so many layers to the onion. CM Punk cost Seth Rollins the title.
He didn't, though.
Because he cost McIntyre the title. That's number one. Number two, they had that stipulation that if Seth didn't win, he can never challenge Priest, which is only like for a month, but he can never challenge Priest again for the title. So Punk has now taken away his title opportunities, and he cost him the title.
Rollins was knocked unconscious on the floor, though.
I know, but he screwed
by Drew McIntyre.
But he screwed McIntyre, which then screwed him.
Which Rollins didn't recover until well after Priest won. Priest had his little stare down with Punk, and then Rollins recovered. So no, that he would have lost anyway.
He would have, but Punk made sure of that. And again, it was his last opportunity.
He should have tried harder then. And they were even watching for McIntyre, so I don't understand how Rollins got all of the moves.
I don't know, but Punk and McIntyre is the actual story here. Now, of course, there's people who are upset. Surprise, surprise. I like to bring you the people on the internet are upset. What this time, you ask? Well, this time it is because, number one, People are actually upset that we're not going to get a cash-in tease because now they've wasted their words. They've wasted the Money in the Bank already. So now we can't get, someone coming out teasing mid-match that you're going to cash in the briefcase.
I wouldn't say they wasted it. They just used it to further another story.
I'm just saying that's what the people are saying.
Yeah, and I'm saying that the people are wrong.
Yes, it was all for story, but the other thing was the fact that Punk and McIntyre, Punk screwed McIntyre again. That was the other thing people were upset over. But again, it's all for story, so.
Of course he's going to screw McIntyre again. What?
Yeah, but people are upset. Yeah, a lot of people who thought that McIntyre was going to win and then be champion, and then the Punk feud would be for the title, is what they would have thought.
It doesn't need the title.
It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. But yeah, those are them be the concerns.
Well, after that, we get an awesome Gunther video package. Everything about Gunther is awesome. So
I actually didn't see it, unfortunately.
yeah. I mean,
I was in commercial.
Just talked about how great he is. They basically spliced all his video packages from the past into one.
Well,
Vinci was in it, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, good enough.
Women's Money in the Bank match. The contestants are Naomi, Zoe Stark, the ugly NXT chick, Tiffany Stratton, the Harpy, and Io Sky. And I have no idea why Naomi was dressed like the Minnesota North Stars. They said she's from Florida. They're in Toronto. No fucking clue. It's stupid.
I didn't get it at all.
It's a hockey team.
Okay.
The North Stars became the Dallas Stars. All right. So Zoe Stark powerbombed the ugly NXT chick from the top of the ladder onto another ladder. It's pretty brutal. Io Sky did a fucking Michinoku driver to Stark onto a ladder from the top of a ladder. And Sky was understandably screaming in pain for like a minute straight.
And holding her asshole.
Yeah. She was bent over in the most unnatural position, holding her ass, screaming, and the camera just zoomed in on her. So yeah, my asshole fucking started hurting. So then they teased the Harpy winning, but thankfully sanity prevailed, and Stratton pushed Harpy's ladder over, sending her outside the ring through a couple tables, and Stratton won Money in the Bank.
Yep. This match actually turned out better than I thought.
It was better than the men's, at least.
So there's an added element because at the beginning they were botching. It was just botch after botch. I mean, there was one point where Zoe Stark, I think she tried to like Samoan drop Valkyra on the ladder, completely missed the ladder. So like half her body, this being Valkyra, half her body hits the ladder, half not.
Mm.
And then Zoe goes for her little springboard thing that she does. Completely missed Valkyra, and the back of her head hit the ladder. That was one spot. There's another spot where Tiffany Stratton tried to do an Alabama slam on Naomi. She was short on the ladder, so yeah, there's just like botches left and right. There was another one at the beginning too. The commentary called it out too. They said that this is a train wreck, and they were calling out. The crowd is just like stunned silent because they're thinking, they're just hoping everybody's gonna make it out of this match. So then you add that element to it, and then the
Michinoku
driver from the top. That was just an insane spot.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green flying through the table.
I don't know if the spot was insane. I think just Io's reaction after the spot is what made it so memorable.
She sold it.
Well, I don't know if she was selling though. That's the thing. Her asshole may have been like fucking torn in half.
I'll check it for you. Come on over. And then
not if it's really torn. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, everybody was a trooper here. And then we get the tease that Chelsea's gonna win. It was funny that those were the two favorites, Green and Tiffany. They were the two favorites to win, and they were the last two at the top of the ladder. But we have Tiffy time, Tiffy in the bank, and that'll be something to see.
Well, after that, Trish Stratus wasted more of her time.
She didn't really say anything. She never
says anything.
What really happened was Tiffany Stratton entered frame and started gloating that it's Tiffy time now, and Trish Stratus's time has passed, and she's Money in the Bank. And then she did her Toodles thing. So she's already, being obnoxious with the briefcase is what they're going for there.
Bloodline versus Owens, Orton, and Rhodes. Good call with Loa being the odd man out. You did say that. So Jacob Fatu was easily the best part of the match for me. The no-selling Orton's DDT was awesome. He just does extra shit. The facials, the intensity, the whole package just does it for me. Solo inadvertently took out the ref and then gets everyone's finisher. And then they decide that they want to put Solo through the announce table. Fatu saved Solo by super kicking everybody. And Fatu charged into the ring post, and the ref got sandwiched between Fatu and the ring post, so he's out. Owens ends up frog splashing Fatu through the announce table. Owens then goes for a powerbomb on Tama Tonga, but Loa punches Owens in the balls. Orton comes in, RKO's the Tongas. Solo spikes Orton. Cody goes for his 3 crossroads on Solo. Fatu stops Rhodes, third one with a top rope spinning flip thing.
If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
that was a little ridiculous. The fact that number one, he ran past Cody to run up the ropes, and then he did that move. It was a little ridiculous.
Okay.
Like, you're here trying to save Solo, and you run past.
It worked though, because Cody dropped him.
It did. For me though, it goes to like, how I always point out, like, it's a blood feud and you're doing the lucha shit. Like, stop bouncing and like you're upset and you're over here bouncing around.
That's fair. Fatu hits Cody with a implant DDT, then picks him up and then offers his neck to Solo. Solo spikes Rhodes 1, 2, 3, and then
Solo Sikoa pins your champion.
And I believe after the pay-per-view, Solo demanded that Cody acknowledge him.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened after the pay-per-view. It seemed like they were pressed for time. I don't know. I guess the McIntyre triple threat thing kind of went shorter than it should have, if I had to guess. But yeah, so after the pay-per-view, we had Solo. He demands acknowledgement. They very quickly cut to the pre-game crew. So Big E, Wade Barrett, Jackie Redmond, talking about, the match that just happened, Solo pinning the champion. Drew McIntyre crashes that because he's upset and he was demanding, Punk, I know you're still here. Get out here right now. Let's end this now. Referees and Adam Pearce comes out. McIntyre, he throws one referee down. He pushes another one. Adam Pearce tries to grab him. He elbows him without actually looking. So you can say it was a heat of the moment thing. And then Wade Barrett drops the headset and takes McIntyre out of the scene. And then they cut to Solo, who's wearing a headset in gorilla position. And then he says about the acknowledge me. It was a very weird ending to the night. But again, I think it was just because they got thrown off because of Damian Priest fucked up the whole show. What I'm getting there. But going back to the bloodline thing, yeah, it does look like we're going Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam. Looks like that is indeed happening.
Well, at least Solo won a match.
He did. And he's getting great reactions.
I still think Fatu's you don't seem to be.
No, I am on the Fatu train. I'm just saying, let's not put him in the Hall of Fame already. I see people even now still saying, oh yeah, he's already eclipsed Solo. Like, come on.
I think so.
I didn't hear them saying, fuck you, Jacob Fatu chants. They were saying, fuck you, Solo.
That's because they want Solo to go away. I don't know.
No, because he's coming into this role.
I don't know. I think Solo's, aside from the blonde hair, there's nothing really going for him. He's not doing bad. Just the 3 segments that I've seen Jacob Fatu in, I think he's eclipsed Solo.
I guess it depends.
I don't know if he's okay. I don't know if eclipse is the right word. I think he outshines him, or I think he takes attention away from. My eyes are immediately drawn to the guy making the wild, unhinged faces, not the guy pretending to be Wesley Snipes from New Jack City.
You're not focused on the story. You're focused on the guy pacing.
I'm focused on the guy looking like he'll eat your throat and put your blood in a chalice. Even when they were doing the acknowledgement thing, though, just the way Jacob was looking at Solo, like I thought he was like, I bow to no man.
Yeah, he does seem wild, but
He seemed that I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of Samoans. You don't want to fuck with them, and out of all of them, Jacob is the one I would want to fuck with the least.
well, I just say let's just let it play out.
Yeah.
Got a
Now
long
is he?
way to go.
Yeah. Does he deserve a Hall of Fame ring right now? No, but I think he's awesome.
And again, I don't think he's bad. I'm just, I have my reservations. Maybe it's because I don't know about his previous work.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it's just, he's just there right now. Yes, he's captivating when he's on TV, but I don't have a previous knowledge of him, so I'm learning about him right now.
Did you have a previous knowledge of Tama Tonga?
No.
And Tonga Loa?
No.
How would you compare them to Jacob Fatu?
Well, I still don't know too much about them.
Come on.
From me.
Oh, we could have had them kill you. Come on.
Well, from me, I need to see you open the show with a mic in your hand.
And that sure shit ain't gonna be from fucking Tama Tonga.
Could be.
No, it couldn't be.
Probably not.
Welcome
Loa, maybe.
to SmackDown.
He looks like he can talk, maybe.
No. There's a reason why they stand off in the background silently.
Well, Solo's been groomed for this moment.
True.
He works so closely with Roman Reigns. His brothers are the Usos. He's like, he's groomed for this big time.
I think that makes Jacob Fatu even awesome. Look at me dick riding. I think just reverse cowgirling him. I think that makes him more awesome because Solo's been groomed for this position and Fatu just came in and I don't know. He looks like a fucking mean. He looks like what they're trying to portray themselves to be. This fucking unstoppable Samoan annihilating force. You need more Jacob Fatus and less fucking clean cut pretty Samoans.
Fair enough.
But anyway, that was Money in the Bank.
That was Money in the Bank. As always, let us know what you think in the comments below. What was your ups? What was your downs? No, we can't do that. That's someone else's gimmick. Let us know what you think about Money in the Bank. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit the like button for the algorithm and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And there's that.